Please subscribe. The BMW i8 is comfortable in its own amazing skin. It needs to be. It looks like a buttressed spaceship trimmed with extraterrestrial blue and black. If the wheels were spat-covered, it'd be easy to convince people it's actually levitating on the Pride of Munich. Aside from drawing all the stairs, this car can see well, too. Or rather, its driver can, because this is the first car in the US equipped with laser headlights. Yes, laser beams, but not quite literally, Dr. Evil. Lasers are used internally, but the pure white light generated by laser-excited phosphorus is safe for oncoming motorists. BMW finally got federal, DOHC and FDA, approval to offer these lights, a $6,300 option for the high beams that are 1,000 times more intense than LEDs. These new lights are even more energy efficient than LEDs, but they are only for use as a supplemental high beam that activates above 43 miles per hour. The regular low beams and the high beams below 43 miles per hour are LEDs. Although the U.S. approved laser high beams are less blue and less powerful than those offered in Europe, where they're also dynamic, dimming out an area when the car detects oncoming traffic, they still turn night into day. We have a prison break bright. We see why they operate exclusively at higher speeds. This is the first time we've driven and tested a U.S. spec i8. Our previous stories, including an instrumented test and a feature, have been based on drives in European cars. This was our first opportunity to meter the electricity going into the car so that we can report an observed fuel economy figure, which we've only been able to estimate in the past. Including all the charges, we averaged 33 mph. While this may seem low for a 3-cylinder hybrid, know that the EPA attaches 28 and 29 mile per gallon numbers to the i8's conventional city and highway ratings, which are achieved when the car is operating as a regular hybrid. Only when using the relatively small 7.1 kWh lithium-ion battery pack alone, what the EPA calls charge depleting mode, will the i8 approach its EPA electricity plus gasoline combined rating of 76 mph, and even then just for short stints. The i8 averaged 38 mph on our 200-mile, 75-mile-per-hour highway economy test, the first 16 miles of which were completed using only electric drive. The i8's three sources of power, a mid-mounted 228 horsepower turbo inline 3 and AC motor and a stronger 129 horsepower AC motor up front, are the same as in the European car, but this federalized i8 weighed 3,484 pounds, about 100 more than either of the other previously tested cars. Thus, it wasn't quite as quick, with launch control enabling a 0 to 60 mph time of 4.0 seconds, compared with 3.6 and 3.8 for the European examples, and the car dusting off a quarter mile in 12.5 seconds, down from 12.1 and 12.4. Regardless, the thing accelerates like a solid fuel rocket when e-boost mode is engaged by pressing the accelerator pedal through the kickdown switch. It delivers the kind of sustained acceleration we've experienced in Porsche 911 turbos. Driven without aggression, the i8 can feel appliance-like, which we mean with no disrespect. Few cars that perform this well are so amenable to gentle cruising. The i8 is capable of meandering through traffic like an ordinary family sedan, at least to the extent that those gaping at it allow. There's great visibility outward, considering how low the car is, so maneuvering around the Gawkers is easy. The narrow Bridgestone Potenza S001 tires, 215/45 in front and 245/40 in back, don't hum on the freeway the way the wide meats do on, say, a Chevy Corvette. The i8 generates 72 decibels of noise at 70 miles per hour, not luxury sedan quiet but 4 decibels quieter than what we measured in the Corvette Grand Sport. 4 decibels might seem like a small difference, but sound measurements reside on an exponential scale, and the BMW's cruising sound is not only much quieter but of a more pleasant character. As a plug-in hybrid, the i8's front electric motor is strong enough to propel the car all by its lonesome. In the normal driving mode, most movement begins with only the front motor operating. Occasionally, the three-cylinder engine felt slow to kick in and deliver the intersection-clearing thrust we were seeking. Silently creeping into lanes of cross-traffic can raise concerns with unprepared passengers. Moving the shifter over to sport mode keeps the engine fired and makes gap shooting feel less eventful. Please subscribe.